Hi everyone, and welcome to this video where I'm going to teach you how to do the Rubik's Cube just using two very simple algorithms. And I'm going to keep the algorithms on the top of the screen at all times for reference because they're going to be used in every stage from the start to the finish, and you're going to be using them quite a lot. So I'm going to call them the left algorithm and the right algorithm. And you'll be able to see the images at the top, but I'll just show you them anyway. So we'll start off with the left algorithm. And all you do, if I say left algorithm, this is obviously the left hand side, and it's just 4 moves. It's up, then the top goes across, the left hand side comes back down, and the top goes back across. And that's the one left algorithm. Up, across, down, and back across. Starting on the left hand side, obviously. So it's like that. And I would practice these algorithms because they're going to be used all the way through the solving of the cube. One more time and it should go back to how it started, because if you do it 6 times it comes back to its original starting position. And that is the left algorithm. Now the right algorithm is just basically a mirror image of the left one. So if I say do a right algorithm or do 2 right algorithms, what you're going to do this time is you're going to start on the right, and you're just going to put the right hand side up, the top across, the right hand side back down, and the top back across, just like that. Simple. So this is the right algorithm. Up, across at the top, back down, and back across on the top. And it's so simple to learn. It's just 4 simple moves, and like I said, they're going to be used all the way through the solving of the cube. So I would practice and get used to them, and they are very simple. That's all it is. That's the right algorithm. So basically that was the right algorithm and the left algorithm. Learn them because we are going to be using them quite a lot. And let's move on to the next part, which is solving the cube. Right, part 1. Now we can get started on the first section of solving the cube. And what you need to do is you need to create what's called a daisy. And it's basically the white petals with the yellow centre there, like that. And it's called a daisy. So how do we do that? It's pretty straightforward, really. It doesn't really need any algorithms. You just find the yellow centre, and then you look for the white edge pieces. There's 2 there which can go straight into place straight away, look like that. And then there's another one there, so that can go underneath this blank piece here, up there like that. And then one more which is here. Now this one is not so straightforward because it doesn't go straight up like that. So what you need to do, you need to get it underneath where it needs to go, then turn it 1 turn, then you can turn it another 10 like that, so it's now underneath where it needs to be, and it just goes in like that. Pretty straightforward. And don't worry about this corner at the moment. You're just looking for that, the yellow and the 4 whites, and it's pretty straightforward. Very easy to do. And once you get to this stage with the yellow and the 4 whites, then you've got to look at this white piece here, any white piece, and it's got another colour on this side here. This side, this one is green. So you've got to line this green with the green centre. So you just turn it around. You're keeping the daisy at the bottom at this point. So you've got the green and the green, and you've got to move them to the top. And you just turn it like that twice. That now puts it at the top. Now you look at the next white one. White one's got red on it, and it's already got the red centre next to it. So, again, we just need to move it to the top. 2 turns like that. Now, the next white has got blue on it. So we need to line it up with the blue centre. And it's just a case of turning it around until it's got the blue and blue, like that, and then just move it to the top. And then the last one with white is orange, and it's already lined up with the orange centre, so you just put it to the top, just like that. And what you've got now, if you turn it over, you've got a white cross, and you've also got red and red, green and green, orange and orange, and blue and blue. And that is the next stage of solving the cube. And that's pretty straightforward. It's not difficult at all. It doesn't need the algorithms. So get to that stage, the white cross with the 4 pieces like that, all lined up, and we're ready to move on to the next stage. Right, you'll now find yourself in this situation where you've got the white cross and the correct middle pieces. So what we have to do now, we have to fill in these white corners, but we also need to put the correct colours, like blue and orange would go here and white here. So what you do, you look on the top for something that's got a white corner, because there's one, white, red and green. So we put that white, red and green above the red and the green, which it just happens to be above there already. And if the green is on the face, then you can just bring it straight down, because it's on the left hand side, with one left algorithm, and it falls into place. Now we look on the top for another white one. There's one, white, orange and green. So what we do this time is we put the orange and green above orange and green, which it already is, and it's got to come down. Now I've got it on the right hand side, so all I have to do is write algorithms, and I just keep doing the right algorithm, repeating it until it falls into place, and it's going to be here. So 1, 2, 3, it's fallen into place, look already. So again, we look on the top for a white one. There's one, white, red and blue. And it's already above the red and blue. If it wasn't, we would just find red and blue, move it into place. So it needs to come straight down. And I can put it on the right hand side, or I can put it on the left hand side, it doesn't matter. And I'll just continue doing the right algorithms until it falls into place. If it's on the left side, I just do the left algorithms until it falls into place. So to get that to there, right algorithms, and there you go, it's in place, white, red and blue. Now we've got one more. Look on the top for a white, there it is, white, orange and blue, put it above the orange and blue, and again, because it's on the right hand side, I'm doing the right algorithms. Could do it on the left, it doesn't matter. Now I'll just keep doing the right algorithms until it falls into place. And there you go, it's in place. Now at this stage we've finished this whole bottom piece. Now you could have this situation where it's in the right place, but it's not in the right orientation. Now if you find yourself in this situation where there's no more whites on the top, then you've just basically got to put this one, the piece what's wrong, to the top. And it's easy. You just, because it's on the right hand side, you just do one right algorithm. And it's now on the top. Then, to get it back down, Just make sure orange, green, orange, green. Just keep doing the right algorithm. Just continue doing it until it falls back into its proper place. And there you go. We've now got the white face, the band and the centre, the band and the centre, the band and the centre, the band and the centre. And that is the next stage. So please stay with us and we'll move on to the next one. Move on. Now we found ourselves in this situation with the full white and the band and everything. We need to fill in now these 4 edge pieces, and we need to get them right. Obviously that red will have to be with green and blue will have to be with orange, obviously. Now we're going to keep the white on the bottom again. We're going to work like that, and we're going to look on the top. Now we're going to look on the top for a piece that's not yellow, and there's one, orange and green. So we need to move this orange so it's above the orange centre. Not there, not there, it's there. We've got it above that centre. And the reason we're doing this is just so we can look which way it now needs to go. And as you can see, orange and green, it needs to go to the left. Now because it needs to go to the left, we're going to move it out of the way in the opposite direction. We're going to move it out of the way to the right, just this top piece. And this is where it needs to be, on the left. So because it's the left, we're going to do 1 left algorithm. Now, we're still working on this left column, but we're going to move this left column to the right hand side. And you do that just with 1 twist of the cube like that. So remember, this is the column we're working on. And now it's on the right hand side, we do 1 right algorithm. And as you can see, the orange and green are now falling into place. So again, we look on the top for a piece that's not yellow. There's one, red and blue. So again, we'll get this red above the red centre. There we go, red. And this is just to look at which way we need to go. Again, it needs to go, this time it needs to go to the left, as you can see. So because it needs to go to the left, we need to move it out the way in the opposite direction, to the right. And we're working on this left side, so we do 1 left algorithm. Now this column what we're working on, we need to move it to the opposite side, which is the right, so we just do 1 twist of the cube like that. And we're working on this bit here. And now it's on the right, we do 1 right algorithm. And now the red and blue has fallen into place. Now we'll look again on the top to try and find a piece that's not yellow. And there's one there, green and red. So we'll put the green above the green. There we go. And we're looking which way it wants to go. As we can see, it needs to go to the left. So we're going to move it out of the way in the opposite direction again, to the right. And because we're working on the left side, it's 1 left algorithm. And again, this column what we're working on, we need to move it to the other side. So to the right, just by twisting the cube like that. And we're working on this side now, which is on the right. So we'll do 1 right algorithm. Now, what we've got now? We'll look on the top again for another piece that is not yellow. And there's one there, blue and orange. So we need the blue, lining up with the blue centre, which is there. We'll look which way we need to go again. We're going to the left. So we'll move it out of the way in the opposite direction to the right. We're working on the left column. So we do a left algorithm, just 1 left algorithm. Now again, this column we're working on needs to go to the right. So it's just 1 twist of the cube like that. And now that column's on the right, we can just do 1 right algorithm. And now it's fallen into place. And we've now got the 2/3 of the cube is now done. Now, if you find yourself in a situation where you're looking on the top, where the middle piece is not quite finished, the middle section, but you look on the top for one without a yellow, all 4 of them might have a yellow on, which means that there's a piece here that is not quite in the right place and it needs twisting. And the way we do that is we just, first of all, we move it to the top section. And I'm holding it on the right. You can actually hold it on the left and do the left algorithm. So we need to get it from here onto the top. So because it's on the right, I'm going to do 1 right algorithm. Then because this column is on the right, we're going to move it to the left like that, just with 1 twist. And now we're going to do 1 left algorithm. Now what it's done, it's put that piece on the top. And now we can move it into place. So because it's red, we line it up with the red centre, which is there. And we can clearly see it wants to come over to the right. And because it wants to come to the right, we'll move it away in the opposite direction to the left. Now we're working on this right hand side column, so we do 1 right algorithm. Now we move this right hand column to the left hand side by twisting the cube. And we do 1 left algorithm. And it now puts it into place. So we're now at the stage now where we've got 2/3 of the cube completely done. Now I would practice that. I would keep mixing it up and practicing and getting back to this situation, into this stage, and just keep practicing until you can really do it. And maybe make notes, write down some notes and look at your notes. And once you can get to this stage, we're ready to move on to the next stage. Right, we're now looking pretty good. We're getting there. And what we need to do now is we need to look on the top, and where we've got the yellow, we need to get a yellow cross like that. And you're going to find yourself now in one of 4 different situations. Either you're going to already have the yellow cross, or you're just going to have a piece in the middle, maybe 1 or 2 scattered around somewhere, but without the cross. Or you may have a line across like that. It might be down, depending on which way you're holding it. Or you may have an L shape like that, yellow. Now I'm going to show you each method to get to the yellow cross. And we're going to start with, if you haven't got the line or you haven't got the L shape. So it doesn't matter which way you start first. You can have any face towards you. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to turn the full front face clockwise, like that. Then we're going to do 1 right algorithm. And then this front face, what we turn clockwise, we're now going to turn it back anti-clockwise, like that. And that gives us the L shape. So once we're on the L shape, what we need to do is we need to get this L shape here in the bottom right hand side of the top, if you know what I mean. So you just basically turn it round until it's there. You need it here. And then it's very similar to what we did before, but instead of just turning 1 face like that, we're now going to be turning 2 together like that. You see what I'm doing? Turning both of them. And then I'm going to do the right algorithm. And then them 2 faces what we turned clockwise, we're going to turn them both back anti-clockwise like that. And now we've got the cross. Forget about the corners for the time being, we're just looking for the cross. Or if you've got like one line like this, it's very simple. You get the line so it's going across that way, horizontal, not vertical. And when it's horizontal like that, you just do the front piece, the front full section like that, clockwise, and then you see this right hand side is messed up, so you do one right algorithm, and then this front piece, what we turned clockwise, we just turn it back anti-clockwise like that, and we've now got the yellow cross, and that is what we're aiming for now. And once we've got to this bit, we can move on to the next bit. So I would practice getting to this stage before moving on to the next one. And let's get ready and move on to the next stage and try and finish off the cube, because we are getting there now. It's looking pretty good. Right, now we've got the yellow cross, we now need to fill in the corners. Now you're going to find yourself now in one of three different situations. It could be, first of all, just try and line a corner up or two, and we've got here, look, red and blue is in the right place, red and green is in the right place, green and orange is it's in the right place, but it's just not in the right orientation, but that's okay, and blue and orange is in the right place. And that's what we're aiming for at the moment. So you could find all four in the right place, or you could find that you've got two in the right place. Red and green is in the red and green section, and red and blue is in the red and blue section, and they're on the same side. But on the opposite side, the orange and blue and the green and orange need swapping over. So you've got two right on one side and two what need swapping over on the opposite side. Or you could find yourself in a situation like this, where you're always going to have two correct. Now this time I've got one correct here, blue and red, on the blue and red side, and the other one that's correct is on the opposite side here, opposite corner, green and orange. So those two opposite corners are right, and those two need swapping over. So you could find yourself in that situation. Now, if you've got this one where all four are in the right place, then that's it, that's what we're aiming for. If we've got this one where these two are in the right place on the same side and these two are in the wrong place, these want swapping over, and the way you do this, you get the two that want swapping over on the right hand side, keeping the yellow on the top, keeping the white on the bottom, and to swap these two over, because they're on the right hand side, you do 3 right algorithms. That's 1, 2, 3. Now this is the side we've just been playing on. So now we need to put this side over here, and you just turn it like that. So it's now on the left hand side. And then you do 3 left algorithms. And what that's done now, if you just move them around a little bit, we've now got blue and orange in the right place, orange and green in the right place, green and red in the right place, and red and blue in the right place. So that's what we're aiming for. So that was that one. Now, this is where it gets a little bit different. because the only two that are right are in opposite corners, and these two are wrong. So what I do, I take one of the right ones, that one's in the right place, green and orange, and I have that towards me on the right hand side at the bottom here, and the other one, what's right, obviously is here. So while this is here, I'll do what we just did. I'll do 3 right algorithms, and again I'll move this to this side just by turning it like that, and do 3 left algorithms. Now what that's done now, if you just, it's put 2 correct what are now on the same side. The red and green and the green and orange are on the same side, and they're correct. But these 2 need swapping over. So you take the 2 what need swapping over, you put them on the right hand side, again keeping the white on the bottom, yellow on the top, and because we're on the right hand side, we do 3 right algorithms, then we put this side what we've just been working on over to the left, just by turning the whole cube like that, and do 3 left algorithms. What that's now done, if you just move them around a bit, you've got red and blue in the right place, blue and orange in the right place, just need changing over, green and orange is in the right place, and green and red is in the right place. We just need to, they're in the wrong orientation, we just need to twist them over, but that's what we're aiming for at the moment, getting all 4 pieces in the correct place. And that is the next part of the cube. So I would practice getting to this stage before moving on to the next stage, and we'll get onto that in a minute. So right, we're now nearly finished. We've got the yellow cross and we've got all the right pieces on the corners. They just need twisting until we get this, a full yellow face. And I'm going to show you how to do that. It's pretty easy. I mean, you might already have 1 or 2 in place already. But, so what we're going to do now, we're going to put the yellow cross on the bottom. And we're going to pick one of the centres, and we're going to keep that centre towards us at all times. So in this case, we're going to do the blue. We're going to use the blue centre, and we're going to keep that blue centre pointing towards us. Now, first of all, we're going to work on this right hand side here, and we're going to try and get this yellow on the bottom. So basically, what I do is I just keep doing the right hand algorithm until that yellow goes onto the bottom. And it's just like this. And now the yellow is on the bottom. Now here's the important part. We've got to keep this blue face towards us. Don't turn the cube like that. Keep this towards. Now we need to bring another yellow piece into here, into this bottom corner. And so we can twist it. So there's another one. What needs to go on the bottom. What I do is I keep my thumb here somewhere, so I don't twist it. Now this yellow one needs to go on the bottom. So again, just right algorithms, and just keep continuing the right algorithms until that yellow piece goes on the bottom, which it now is. And again, keeping this here, this blue one, will bring the bottom. Now it might look like you're messing the cube up, but don't worry, you're not. Now this yellow is on the side and it wants to come on the bottom, so I just happen to know that if it's on the side, it only needs 2 algorithms. If it's on the front, it needs 4 to get to here. So this is only going to need 2. So right hand side again. And it's on the bottom now. And again, keep this blue here. And bring the next yellow piece into this bottom corner. And it really looks like you're messing the cube up now, but don't worry, you know. Now, because it's on the front, it's going to take 4 algorithms. So, let's do the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've now got a full yellow face here. Now if you just line that up like that, moving that around like that, we've now got all the yellow face. And the next stage will just be twisting these into the right place. And that again is very easy. We'll come to that in a moment. So practice until you can get to this stage and you're nearly there. Right, we're just about finished now. So when you get to this stage, you're going to find yourself in one of 3 different situations. Either the cube is already going to be solved, or you're going to find all these 4 edge pieces here that need changing, or you've got 1 full face and 3 edge pieces that need changing. Now, if you have got 1 full face like this, then do this stage with the full face towards you and the 3 pieces that need changing on the top. If you don't have a full face like this, then it doesn't matter where you start. And basically what we're doing here now is we're doing the same algorithms, but we're just doing them in a slightly different order. We're going to do 1 right algorithm, 1 left algorithm, 5 right algorithms. Yeah, that's right, 5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to do 5 left algorithms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, it hasn't solved the cube yet. It could do, it might do, but in this case it hasn't. But it has given us a full face. And this is what I said earlier. If you've got a full face, keep these on the top, the ones that are not solved. Keep the full face towards you. And just do what we did. Just do what we did last time. 1 right algorithm, 1 left, 5 right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it still hasn't solved it. It's moved these around, but it's not actually put them into the right places yet. So again, we just do it again. Full face towards us. The pieces what need changing on the top. And then one right, 1 left, 5 right, 5 and 5 this side, 5 left. And the cube is solved. I mean, there are quicker ways of doing the cube, you know, I'm not disputing that, but they will use a lot more algorithms and they will use a lot longer, more difficult to remember algorithms. I promised I would do it with 2 very short algorithms, and I've kept them on the top of the screen all the time, and that's what we've done from stage 1 right to the end, just using those 2 simple algorithms. We've now got a completed Rubik's Cube. So let me know if you've tried this method and if it's worked, and how long it takes you. It takes me about, when I'm going at pretty full speed like this, it takes me about 1 minute, maybe 1 minute 10 to solve the cube using this method. So let me know, and thanks for watching. Thanks a lot.